My name is Fraser.
My name is Mark.
And we are the hosts of the geekiest show alive. To the outside world, we're ordinary geeks.
But in the Fab International Studios, we talk comics and find other geeks just like us. This is Geek of the Week.
Binge it. Or bin it.
This week on Binge It or Bin It, we are doing Fraser's Choice. We've already done the one that we hadn't seen, and this week we're doing the one that Fraser had seen, and in the future we'll be doing one that I'd seen.
And it was one of them where, like, we've talked about it a lot on the show. Mark had given up on the Flaroverse.
On the what now?
Most people call
Flaroverse.
Most people call it the Arrowverse because it started with Arrow. I like the Flaroverse because it's got Flash in.
Yeah,
or the
I got
Legends of the Flaroverse, because then you include that. But then every time something new comes, you have to super Flaroverse or whatever. But Mark, yeah, you gave up on it with Arrow, like, because to be fair, I'm a bit of this as well. I'm a bit of a completionist, and you are yourself. You like to watch it in order and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do.
And I was just like, mate, give it up, just watch the Flash. Just, one day. And then we came up with the concept of Binge It or Bin It, which is very similar to our pull or passes. We'll watch the first episode or something, decide whether we want to binge it or bin
it's like
it.
Pull or pass for telly.
Exactly. And so I was like, mate, we're going to watch the Flash or Binge It or Bin It. And you're like, fine.
Alright.
And so what were your thoughts on, because for me the first two seasons of the Flash are the best. It sort of slips down from there, but that's just the Flaroverse. A lot of them have great first seasons and dip down, apart from Legends of Tomorrow. That just keeps getting better because it just embraces the silliness. But yeah, and also this pilot was very well considered, so I was confident with this.
And that's the thing, Arrow started well and went to pot. So, I guess maybe I was expecting it to be quite good.
Yeah.
And, it was genuinely perfectly watchable.
Oh, decent.
It was helped by the very attractive cast.
Oh my goodness, every time you meet...
It was definitely helped by the attractive cast.
Every time we met a new character, it was like, Mark was like, they're hot.
Oh,
and then
hello.
Would make a note, and then he went at a certain point, he just went, I'm just going to put the whole cast because it's a fair thing. And it's,
particularly Barry Allen and Harrison Wells.
It's sort of...
hello.
You know what you'll love even more? Follow the... Oh, you don't have Instagram. They do a lot together. What's it? Tom and Grant. They'll do a lot... No, not Tom and Grant. Oh, what's the guy's name? Something in Grant. Anyway, Grant Gustin plays the Flash. They've done like a mini film together and stuff like that. They're always hanging out. They're like, practically besties on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll appreciate that.
Well, they're both very pretty.
But it's sort of to do with it also. The CW, it's to do with the network they're on. The CW always hires attractive people to play their cast. And also people who can sing, which is very bizarre.
Not wrong with that.
Grant Gustin
of eye candy.
Grant Gustin came from Glee. That's what he was most known for beforehand. But now he's the Flash. Another interesting thing is you're not the only one who has a crush on Grant Gustin, because Stewie Griffin from Family Guy does. That was the biggest thing, because there's always that thing about him with his sexuality, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not but I do have a crush on Grant Gustin. He's the one who plays the Flash on."
Wow, you watched Family Guy after series 4. Good grief.
Oh, come on.
Anyway,
but yeah. So aside from the attractive cast,
I really liked the Sherlock thing, the Sherlock style thing, and you said that it disappears.
This was interesting going back and watching this, because obviously they were trying stuff out to sort of show his superpowers, and it is really cool. They do that Sherlock thing. I was like, I forgot about that, and I really miss that, because now it just highlighted how downhill the show had gone. If you're enjoying The Flash right now with season 5, don't go back to watch season 1. It'll just make you realise, oh no, what's happened? Because now it's just the team talking and stuff like that, and it's not really that great anymore, and Iris is kind of annoying, and she's alright in this, she's interested in this, because she's that the girl the guy wants and stuff like that. Barry does sometimes come off as the gay best friend, but it's clear that he does like Iris and stuff like that, and their whole thing's kind of weird with the brother and sister dynamic, but can sort of see past it until she just starts getting a bit annoying. But yeah, that Sherlock thing was very cool. So it highlights the detective, his
disappeared.
Forensic scientist, and I was like, oh, I missed that.
The main character is fundamentally likable. I've written down adorkable as a way to describe him, and that's very much my type. So yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a fundamentally likable main protagonist, and he's just lovely. I likes him.
I just had to double check because I was like, I'm sure it's Tom and Grant. It is Tom. It's Tom Kavanagh. I was getting confused because Tom Felton appears in it later on in the series. The guy plays Malfoy in Harry Potter.
Okay.
So I was like, oh wait, am I confusing my Toms? But no, there was two Toms. Tom.
Two Toms.
But yeah, Tom and Grant is the thing I definitely recommend you check out if you enjoyed. But yeah, as you were, Karen.
And in some modern TV shows, it's quite clear that the budget means the effects aren't as good as perhaps we might like.
Yes.
That's not the case with this. They clearly invested some money in it because the effects were great. Noticeably great for a TV product.
And it's good as well in season 1 because you see all the bizarre villains. They go all in on it, and obviously they go in it on the running, but you get to see Grodd. You get to see Mega Shark, Killer Shark, or a big ass shark, which is very cool, and all the powers they have, with the Weather Wizard in this one and the Captain Cold and all them. They do care about the special effects because that's what it is. They put the budget towards it because that's what you want from a superhero film, innit? You don't really want something someone could have done on a green screen.
And the theme tune. I finally got the theme tune conceptualised.
Because it's our theme tune.
Yeah, sort of is. Copyright strikes are your friend.
My name is.
Right. Well, before we carry on talking about the Flash, having listened to our theme tune 100 times, we are the opposite of.
We're false advertising.
Yeah, you're like, my name is Fraser Summers, and I'm like, my name is Mark.
Do you want to know why we're like that? Because you were, for the longest time, it was just me on it, because I think it was I was bringing Geek of the Week back, and you were a bit and ahhing whether you're going to be co-host. Hey, but look how it turned out.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, so we recorded this new intro, and Mark, for being a professional talker, kept blubbering his lines. Then we'd be
it for 3 times max.
No, and then we'd be like, oh, that was a bit too low, that, or something. Or we'd just. So by the time
we did take a while to record.
By the time I was there, I was just like, oh, my name is.
But you come across as really kind of grump, and I come across as super enthusiastic.
I like to think chilled.
No, grump, and perhaps it is slightly false advertising. This is a massive tangent tornado.
Yeah.
But it is slightly false advertising.
Kind of. Because a tangent tornado, Weather Wizard.
I'm the grump, and you're the giddy child, but we both come across as the exact opposite.
Let's pretend we did it on purpose.
Yeah, we didn't do it on purpose. But yeah, it's one thing that since we've done this show, we've watched a lot more stuff together than we ever have done before, and part of
good stuff as well.
Yeah, not necessarily good stuff. No, we've done YouTube videos in the past where we deliberately went out of our way to watch naff stuff.
Yeah,
and the thing about watching good stuff is I enjoy watching it with you, and you're utter glee at this bloody thing where you're just with Run Barry Run. It was like you were virtually dancing in response to it.
And it just gets better and better when people.
And you're like, you are one of my favourite people in all the world, and to see your deep love of something that, well, isn't rubbish.
It's just beautiful.
It's nice to see. I like to see you happy, Fraser.
Run, Barry.
And you loved it. You definitely loved it. It's almost as nice to see you happy as it is to see you scared, because that is just funny.
That's what we had last time with Outcast.
Oh, you were also...
And what we're probably going to see... Well, it's probably what you see with Blade as well.
Well, no spoilers about Blade. That's the next binge a minute.
We're all about that foreshadowing.
But yeah, it's a binge for me. And I'm actually a little bit surprised about that.
To clarify as well, because sometimes... So when we say binge, sometimes we might say, oh, we're going to binge first season, or we might do, we'll binge everything because there's 5 seasons now.
I don't ever just binge a season.
I recommend binge 1 and 2.
But you see, I don't just do that. If there are more episodes, I will consume.
You know what's hilarious about this? So my flatmate Jacob, former co-host of this show, he got me on The Flash, and season 3 was just coming out, and his then girlfriend Jacob was like, no, Fraser's really close to catching up with us, so we're gonna wait until they had been waiting months for season 3, and season 2 leaves on a cliffhanger, so I binged it all in like a couple of weeks and stuff like that. So I just had this straight road onto season 3, which again starts with this big plot twist, and you're like, oh, this is epic. And Jacob's at that time girlfriend was not happy that we had to wait for me. But then we got to watch 2 episodes, and I was like,
well, then they broke up, so it can't can't matter too much.
One of the things that was really harsh for me was binging such 2 great seasons and then having to wait week by week for seasons that weren't as good. So maybe I
just don't watch stuff on a week to week basis, with the exception of Game of Thrones, which is coming back soon.
It might be better for you season 3 and season 4 might be better binged, maybe, because there are some episodes that just drag. But yeah, this also I'd be interested to see your reaction to the end of season 1, because I cried like a baby. Oh my goodness, the emotions. And you know what, we'll probably binge this together, and we'll record both our reactions, because despite me seeing this so many times, and I deliberately watch episodes sometimes just to get my emotions back, just to get a good cry on.
Are you going to be totes emotion?
Sometimes you just need to cry.
Are we going to be crying on each other's shoulders?
Yeah. If you're not crying, I feel like you wouldn't have been invested in the season, and I feel like I would have failed.
I make no promises.
I would have failed this city. I would have failed this show. There you go. Nice little Arrow reference there.
Well, I didn't think I cried at stuff anymore until we watched Bohemian Rhapsody, so who knows?
Exactly.
Who knows?
But yeah, that's our thoughts on it. If you've checked out The Flash, what are your thoughts on it?
If you haven't, watch the first episode and join in the convo.
Join in the binge. We can binge all together. It'd be very nice. But yeah, definitely what Mark just said. Fantastic. But yeah, I also want to know if you stopped watching The Flash, when you stopped. For me, it was season 5. Jacob was all about watching stuff illegally and managed to find the right links. I'm trying to be more legal now.
I don't do that.
And trying to legally watch The Flash is hard. Very hard. It's on like Sky, and
is it not on now?
I'm poor.
Is it not on Now TV?
It'll be on Now TV, yeah, but by like some delays and stuff like that. And again, like I say, I'm not a rich man. Not at all. I say rich man, rich boy. But yeah, we want to know your thoughts. Again, bit of a tangent there. Facebook discussion group, Twitter, YouTube comment section below. What did you think of The Flash? And yeah, like we alluded to before, the next time we do Binge It or Bin It, we're going to be checking out Blade. Yes, there is a Blade TV series. Mark made me aware of this. It's from the no Naughties.
From the Naughties, starring Sticky Fingers.
Yeah, not Wesley Snipes.
No. Sticky. Replaced Wes.
Sticky Fingers. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's
to listen to Geek of the Week. Be sure to tune in next week. Same geek time, same geek channel.
And if you want to follow us on social media, it's at GOTW Radio on Twitter. Search for Geek of the Week Radio Show on Facebook. And to listen again, it's www.mixcloud.com/Geek of the Week Radio Show.